Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, with Allah's name, the merciful benefactor, the merciful redeemer. The praise and thanks belongs to Allah, the guardian evolver, the cherisher, sustainer of all worlds, of all systems of knowledge, of all people. Surely you have for you, and the one who sent as the delegate, and the authority for religious affairs, a perfect symmetry, or equilibrium, that the activities of his soul, heart, mind, or spirit is in congruent or perfect harmony with the activities of the limbs of his bodies, such as the legs, the arms, the hands, the mouth, in terms of speech, eyes, ears, etc. He serves as the modeled human being that has reached the apex of human evolution. Speaking of Muhammad the Prophet, the prayers and the peace be upon him, he serves as the modeled human being for whoever has hopes for Allah and a corresponding time that will measure against this present time in terms of activity on the scales of justice. And they will bring that which is in the soul and the genetic memory to the conscious mind to be much aware of what Allah wants in them. Yes. Let's look at the gymnast. We see the gymnast, especially during the Olympics, is a time to observe the gymnasts. They have the beam, and they will get up on the beam and stretch out their arms to be sure to establish their equilibrium, to be sure to establish the balance, to be sure to have the perfect symmetry, in order that when they begin to walk and perform on the path, they will not fall off. If they listen to the one on the right who is cheering them on and give their attention to that, it may cause them to fall. If they listen to those on the left with insults and what have you, and hoping that they fall, if they give attention to that, it will cause them to fall off the path. So we stay focused. We be responsible on the path of religion in terms of what Allah wants in us. This is by having the perfect balance, the perfect symmetry, keeping the equilibrium. Another example of this idea is having the Quran, revelation, being inspired by revelation in terms of speech and action, which are in agreement, which is in agreement by the evolved soul. This becomes the highest form of symmetry or balance, and we find it in the life of Muhammad the Prophet, the prayers and peace be upon him, that his life, his demonstrated life example is in perfect harmony and balance with the Quran. That when a group went to his wife after he had passed and asked her, could she tell them something about him perhaps they had not heard or seen, that she can inform them of, her response was, have you not read the Quran? So our point is, during this month of Ramadan, we're to give our attention to the Quran, that the Quran actually recreate us, in that our activities, our life, our social life will be in agreement and harmony with the Quran itself. That we will evolve essentially to a greater light of the intellect, that it will begin to manifest in all of our aspirations and endeavors. We thank you for your time. Assalamu alaikum wa Ramadan Mubarak.